schoolboy error. Gutted with how that happened. But look, I can't change what's happened now. I just need to get on with it. As I apologise to the boys, but look, as I say, what will be will be. We have to move on.
Is it one of the cases of it just too easy a chance almost?
Look, as I say, it's fairly disappointing to drop the ball over the line, but we've got ourselves in some good positions there, and after the forwards' hard work and effort, I'm fairly disappointed not to finish it off. I'm incredibly proud of the boys. We came across here with a huge task on our hands, and we fronted up. Our defence stood firm, something that we've worked incredibly hard on over the last couple of weeks. And I'm proud of the boys' efforts. We were bitterly disappointed in that changing room not to come away with the positive result, but now we feel we're in a good place, and it's now about kicking on and learning from today and making sure that we're in a better place come next Saturday.
Stuart, do you think that's a more accurate reflection of where the team's at than the performance you put against them in the World Cup?
The last couple of weeks we've talked a lot about expressing ourselves and having some fun, and we stuck to our detail in attack. We stood firm in defence, and the boys played with a lot of confidence and ambition, which I loved. We didn't seem flustered at all, and I felt we're in a very, very good place, and ultimately should have won that game.
Stuart, did you feel like playing against a very different Irish team? Did they feel like you expected? Was it a different chance?
We knew they were going to be physical, and they proved that, but our forwards stood firm and really took it to them. We talked a lot about our discipline and not giving easy penalties or easy outs, and unfortunately we gave away 2 or 3 soft penalties, which relieved a lot of pressure for them and got them into some good areas of the field. So that's something we'll address on Monday and Tuesday, and as I say, make sure we're not making those silly errors again, because ultimately we're in a position to win a test match there, and little things just didn't quite go our way.
Just a word for Adam Hastings, Stuart, how do you cope with his first 6 sessions now?
Brilliant. I was really impressed with how Adam performed, not only today but the last couple of weeks. He's driven the standards, he's driven us around the field incredibly well, and I'm proud of his performance. Adam's a world-class talent, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing how good he can be. He works incredibly hard, along with the rest of the boys, and when the forwards can go on the front foot, you can really see what Adam's about. As I say, I'm proud of his performance.
Stuart, you mentioned a lot of the positives there, and this is the first time we've sat and said Scotland have got themselves into a position to win a game and not done it. Is there a wee bit of a killer instinct that needs to be developed to put teams away when you have them?
Yeah, exactly. As I said earlier, we talk a lot about our conversion rate in attack and making sure that when we get into the 22 we're coming away with points, and unfortunately we came up short there. We got ourselves into some good situations, and we should have finished them off, but again, you've got to give credit to Ireland's defence the last few phases of the game. They stood firm, and they made it a nightmare for us at the breakdown. So again, that's something we'll look at and make sure that we're in a better position come next Saturday. But again, we got ourselves into very, very good situations, and maybe next time they'll come off.
Hello, Stuart. Great, next Stuart.
Gregor, the breakdown was decisive today. Why do you think Ireland were able to exert so much pressure? Why did you have so much trouble retaining the ball and getting contact?
Look, I'd probably need to look at it in more detail. I think a couple of occasions was certainly around our speed to contact and our ball carrier doing more work on the ground, but also having looked straight away at a couple of incidents. I thought we were unlucky where there was players in green jerseys with hands on the ground, not supporting their own body weight, ripping the ball as players went to their knees. So we just didn't get the luck at the breakdown, but also credit goes to Ireland where they were fast in there, disrupted our ball close to the try line. Really frustrating with the one at the end of the game, because I was watching phase after phase and it didn't look like many of the players were behind the try line when that was offside line. But we have to be better. We have to be better than the decisions we're maybe not getting on the field, and we've got to take those opportunities. Because in the first half, I imagine we were in their 22 or even in 5 metres from their line on 2 or 3 occasions with the ball. In the second half, again, certainly once or twice, we got to the try line.
Did you have a job in your hand to pick up Stuart after just playing with
No, I think he's played rugby for a long time. You make mistakes, and to me, mistakes, you shouldn't be ranking them that someone drops a ball over the try line or drop the ball in their own 22. It's an error that you flush and move on. He was outstanding on the field today. I thought his energy, his decision making, his kicking was excellent, and he's led the team really well the last 2 weeks. And we'll work to get better as a coaching group and a playing group. And Stuart will bounce back very quickly from that.
Say something about his character, that even after that mistake he didn't hide, he was still trying to do more, and still trying to get on ball and make something happen for his team.
Yes, I think we knew we were in a game with an opportunity to win. It was great. We really stayed in the fight throughout that 80 minutes. When things weren't going our way in the first half around the try line, we kept at it. It would have been nice to have had more possession. I think when we had possession, we looked dangerous. Even at the end, getting a couple of line breaks put us in positions to win. So that was encouraging, and Stuart was a big part of that.
Gregor, since you ticked so many boxes, areas Ireland have given you problems in the past, I think it's scrummage, ball, how much have I missed the opportunity to feel a chance of that?
Yeah, look at the scrum was excellent tonight. I don't think anyone would have predicted the scrums going as well for the men in blue, with someone who hasn't played many games for Edinburgh this year in the loose head and hasn't played for Scotland for 4 years, up against a very, very good player, a Lion. Healy on the other side is an excellent player, and we certainly caused them a lot of trouble. So credit goes to the players, credit goes to our new scrum coach Peter de Villiers for that. Line at maul defence was very good at times. So was Ireland's. Credit to them. So again, that's Danny Wilson's work in that area, and that got us a foothold in the game. Although our ball carrying, when we did have possession, was varied. It was strong. We were physical when we were clearing contact. Just those 2 or 3 opportunities when Ireland got to the breakdown quicker than us, or things didn't go our way at the breakdown, that stopped us getting points on the board. And I think Stuart also mentioned our discipline. So we can't afford to give away soft penalties, whether it's run across someone's line when they're chasing kicks, or not getting out the breakdown quick enough in a scrum half pass into you as you're trying to get out, because they take the pressure off the opposition, and also when they're kicking to touch, puts more pressure on you back in your 22. And 15 penalties is too many, probably, or certainly to win a test match, and win a test match in a venue that Ireland have only lost once in the last 5 years.
Gregor, the first 5 minutes were played almost exclusively in Ireland's territory. How important was it to make that quick start from there? Did you see enough positives over the piece of the match?
Yeah, 5 minutes isn't that long over 80, but I was really pleased with the first 5 minutes. The variation in our attack, the speed of ball we were generating. I thought the halfbacks controlled the game really well. We got forwards carrying ball, forwards that were new to Test rugby like Nick Haining, or certainly not played much in the last few years in Rory Sutherland, were getting on ball. And it got its reward. It got 3 points. I think after that we didn't build enough phases, whether it was a line out that was stopped, or a couple of line outs that we didn't win the ball, or I think after Sam Johnson's line break off the line out play at the end of the first half, we got the ball stripped on the floor just after that. So building phases, creating penalties, narrowing defences, and then scoring tries. That's what you've got to do when the players are playing so well when they have the ball.
Gregor, were there any noticeable differences from coming up against Joe Schmidt coach team, do you think?
It's difficult to say. I think Ireland know their strengths. That team hasn't changed too much over the last few years. You've got the halfbacks that will play forwards close to them. So whether it's Johnny putting forwards back and inside balls, or Conor playing forwards off him, they've got very good body height when they carry ball, and that's always been something throughout the last few years of Irish rugby. They probably didn't get enough first phase possessions or strike plays, which we might have seen in the past with Irish teams, but they were physical. It was a proper test match, and they're a quality side that managed to get the win.